every generation there is a chosen one. She alone will stand.
Alright, starting with this again.
She is the Slayer.
Classic TV show, to be continued, and then when the next episode starts, just figures it out immediately. No big deal.
Yeah, simple. All it took was Jesus.
And if you're mad, by the way, that we're making jokes, just strap in.
It's only gonna get worse.
Where's Jesse?
I don't know. They surrounded us.
That girl grabbed him and took off.
Which way?
I don't know.
Jesse.
You know, I do find it.
Which one was Jesse?
I can't remember, dude. I do find it interesting that we're starting this off with her already being like retired and having to come back. All right, what do you got for us?
For untold eons, demons walk the earth. All that remains of the old ones are vestiges.
And vampires.
Isn't that what we saw last night?
No. No, those weren't vampires. Those were just guys in thunder need of a facial.
You brought up vampires.
Exactly what I said the first time I saw a vampire.
Never mind. I spoke too soon. Shut up and watch the show.
And so they walk the earth, feeding, waiting for the animals to die out, and the old ones to return.
Ooh, crossfade. Yeah, okay, this is Jesse. I was thinking that too, was the goofy friend.
So that whole beginning was an explanation to why they haven't killed him yet, maybe?
Well, I do remember in the first episode, the lead vampire guy was like, bring me somebody. So I think they're like bringing it to him to eat.
She mustn't be allowed to interfere with the harvest.
I would never let that happen.
Don't worry about it. I believe she'll come to us.
That makeup is ugly.
I thought I was on top of everything, and then that monster Luke came out of nowhere.
Appreciate the black and white filter here over the flashback.
So we know it's not happening right now.
Buffy, I'm not anxious to go into a dark place full of monsters, but I do want to help.
I can't help but picture Allison Hannigan as anything else but Lily.
Headcanon of this is just her in high school beforehand.
And where do we think we're going?
Mr. Giles, he asked me to get a book for him. From the store, because I have a free period and I'm a big reader. Did it mention that in my transcripts?
That's the Buffy Summers I want in my school. Sensible girl with her feet on the ground.
Can you imagine if our school had a freaking fence like that? Oh. There you go.
Look, if you're gonna be popping up with this cryptic wise man act on a regular basis, can you at least tell me your name?
Angel.
Who's this guy supposed to be again?
Obviously, his name's Angel. All I know is that there's a spin-off of this show called Angel, and he's the star. And, you know, I just would have guessed that it was like when Buffy ended, he got a spin-off. But no, Angel came out, I don't know the exact timeline, but like not far after this show came out. So I don't know if they just like plugged him in this to also plug his show. I don't know how much involvement he has in this, but that's all I'm aware of, is that I know he has his own show, which was also made by Joss Whedon.
Xander, what are you doing here?
That sound effect?
For they will gather and be gathered,
Oh, nice transition.
and the vessel pours life.
That was definitely a weird one.
No.
Oh, it's Charisma. I don't remember her character name. I just know her actor name is Charisma.
Oh, really?
I come out of the bathroom and she comes running at me, screaming with a stick. I swear.
Who?
Buffy. She's a psycho loony.
No, she's not.
What?
Listen, I am 30 years old in this computer class, okay?
Okay, so how do we save it?
Deliver.
Oh.
Oh, it's delete. Nice. Nice.
Okay, that was good. That was good.
Definitely an awkward, relatable situation of being in high school. Just like when you overhear someone starts talking crap about, you know, one of your friends. Just like, oh.
So what do you do?
I don't think this is the way out.
We can't fight our way back to those things. What do we do? I got an idea.
Ah!
That was a better use of that jump scare sound effect.
Sorry. Sorry? I feel good.
Oh shit, it's Jesse.
Yeah?
I didn't even put that together at first.
You can hear the worms in the earth.
That's a plus.
Damn, they really killed him off like that.
Help me!
How's this guy gonna help you? Like, you're super strong, but you can't close the door?
Yeah, you just tossed that full-grown man.
Up there!
Oh yeah, I do have to remember they can't go out during the daytime. I forgot about that when we were watching the first episode. I was making comments about who was a vampire as they were all walking around during the day.
How did they end up at a power plant?
Yeah, sewers go through all through the city.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
You failed me. Tell me you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
There. Oh, hold on. You've got something in your eye.
I was gonna say, you'd think that they'd, want to keep him around because there's not that many vampires, but they did just turn Jesse, so I guess he could afford to kill one off.
Buffy?
Mom.
I didn't hear you come in last night.
Oh, do her parents know?
No, I don't think so.
I got a call from your new principal. Says you missed some classes today.
I was running an...
You jumped over a fence that's 10 feet tall?
Yeah. He wants you to join track and field.
I don't have time to talk
Buffy,
about this.
you have all the time in the world. You're not going anywhere. Now, if you want to stay up here and sulk, I won't hold it against you.
I'm glad she threw in that one line of dialogue so we know why when she sneaks out, she won't be like, checking on her.
Let's see, what do you got? Holy water, some steaks.
Ooh.
That one looks sharp.
What do you want? What are you doing?
Shut up.
That's all you gotta say.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They're just gonna reveal themselves to everybody?
there is no cause for alarm. Actually, there is cause for alarm. It just won't do.
Just
The
screams.
scream. He's so fucking ugly! No, don't cut away. Oh, I guess they gotta show. Yeah, he's gaining power. Okay.
Next.
Oh, he's just gonna go through all of them?
I'm sure they probably have the doors guarded or something, but it's like, they wouldn't all be freaking out, like, trying to leave, running away,
I wouldn't just be standing there.
Yeah, you'd step up. I'm next. Let's go. Oh! How are they even going to recover from this, I'm wondering? Like, as far as literally the entire town being aware of it now. I don't know. Did you really need the punch sound effect?
Were you in the middle of something?
You!
I love those royalty-free sound effects. Why was the bait for,
nice.
That was cool. But, oh no, the bitchy popular chick's gonna get killed. You know what I mean?
It's just a named character. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Oh, boxes, classic.
Yeah, first the stack of chairs, and then boxes. Next it'll be trash cans. Oh!
Jesse was an excruciating loser who couldn't get a date with anyone in the sighted community.
The sighted community. I just got that.
All right, put me out of my misery. You don't have the gun.
Oh. Damn, he's gone.
Sunrise.
Oh, nice.
It's in about 9 hours, moron.
Oh, that's good.
Wow. Killing everybody off. This is gonna be like the fucking Power Rangers. Like every episode, he sends out a different vampire to do this, and then when they get killed, no, just every time. Hey, that shot's from the intro.
She did it.
No thanks to you.
Yeah, thanks for the help, Angel.
All right, I'm done here. You didn't do anything.
My work here is done.
I heard it was rival gangs, fighting for turf, but all I can tell you is they were in the ugly way of looking.
Of course, they just accept it. They're rival gangs. It's like, of what, cannibals?
People have a tendency to rationalize what they can and forget what they can't.
Believe me, I've seen it happen.
Like 10 kids died. Like,
The next threat we face may be something quite different.
Well, I gotta look on the bright side. Maybe I can still get kicked out of school.
The Earth is doomed.
All right. I think that anytime, we get into a new show, there's a period of kind of like adjustment. As we're watching it, like we're learning about these characters, we're learning about the show, so it's not as easy to just instantly react to everything. I'm kind of mixed on this episode. I like some things about it, but it's going to be hard to escape the fact that it's a 90s cable TV show, and there's a lot of trappings in that kind of hold it back. Even just the difference between this and 5 years later with Firefly from Joss Whedon, which we watched all of for the channel here. You can just tell there's so many major differences in the way, that TV was. So a lot of that's hard to get used to, and a lot of the comedy just fell flat for me. But there was definitely stuff I liked in here.
Yeah, I didn't like it too much. It did feel very 90s in your face. Like you said, comedy didn't really land. I guess the one part I really liked is the deaths. I like how like they were able to like fool this vampire. Oh, sunlight, and it's just like the street light outside. Also, the Jesse just being killed because someone bumped into him right into the stake. How were vampires threats? I feel like they ran through him pretty easily. And I don't know, I just feel like this felt like a 2-episode arc where they just killed like the main villain. But it's like, oh, there's more vampires out there. So it's like there's a lot of vampire movies. How are they going to make it different each time? Kind of reminds me of that show Supernatural. But in that one, it's like a different type of entity every single time. How do you have 7 seasons, X amount of episodes, just all about, is it going to get repetitive? People love this show, so I'm assuming it doesn't.
He did make a comment there at the end about there maybe being different monsters. I think there might be a few different ones that pop up, but I don't think it's going to be like Supernatural in the terms of like a different one every single episode. I'm sure vampires will be the main focus, although there might be some other ones that pop in. I think that the deaths I really liked too, and I liked how obviously it's a cable TV show, they're not going to show anything brutal, and it did a really good job of getting around that and still making the kills really interesting just with your imagination, from the pool stick death to throwing the drum cymbal and cutting the one vampire's head off, and I love the kind of subverting expectations of the Jesse death, where you think like, oh, is his friend gonna be able to do it to him, and then it's just a random stranger bumps him into it. I definitely like that too. So there's a lot of stuff in here that I can tell there's good writing going on, and it's just really held back by the trappings of cable TV. But this was also a 2-part pilot. Will those trappings and the tropes and everything kind of fall off as the show goes on? I don't know. Like you said, obviously huge fan base, so that could be the case. But look, if you're here to watch 2 people just talk about how amazing everything is, like, this isn't the channel for that,
No, it's
so
not.
like this definitely wasn't something that I thought was amazing or anything, but yeah, I didn't find it. The pacing was still fine. I wasn't super bored during the whole thing. A lot of the sequences were just like really dark to the point where it's like I could barely see. Like, especially when they were down in the sewers, I was like, all right, can we just get past this? Like, I can barely see anything. And I get it. It's vampires. It's a lot of it's going to be dark. They can't be in the sunlight. But especially since this isn't even HD, we're watching DVD quality here. It's kind of hard to see at some points.
It's only episode 2, so I can't be that upset with it.
At the beginning here, it is going to be a lot of commenting or laughing or talking about stuff that we notice, like the funny sound effects, the stock sound effects, and the tropes and the stuff like that, because there's just not enough yet to comment really on a lot of like the performances or characters, or really like that stuff has to play out, and I'm sure it could get really good. So in the meantime, that's why the stuff that we end up focusing on or talking on during the reaction is more so that stuff, because that's all there really is to latch onto at this point.
But yeah, I get why people like it. I've never been super into vampires. I like the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie. But hopefully this will grow on me a little more. I have seen some episodes of Supernatural. It reminds me a lot of that, but I can't get over these one-note performances, especially the bully chick.
Yeah, the camp I'm in with that is like, at this point, it's like the goofier the better. It's like, any type of self-awareness, like just perfect example is that scene where they're at the computers and then she's like talking about Buffy, and then that random guy like pops over and it's like, what? It's like just some random dude.
Yeah, part of me thinks, like, is it a rib? Like, that they're like, that this universe is like this. The fact that 10 kids can be killed the night before. The next day at the school, they're just, playing Frisbee. It's like, oh, you think, like, they were in on it?
I definitely think it's supposed to have that tone, but I don't think, I mean, again, we're 2 episodes in, 2-part pilot. I don't think it's hit the tone perfectly yet. So that's one of the things that I think they are going to work on over time, because they're being pretty on the nose about it, like literally talking, in that ending scene, talking about the kids dying and being like, oh, well, whatever, and she's like literally, like I said, like eating a sucker, it couldn't be any more nonchalant. So I think that's probably the tone they're going for, yeah, but they're not like out in the open about it to the point where like stuff tries to do it today and it's like cringe because they're so like over the top with it, I think back then you could have more subtlety and still kind of like see it both ways.
Yeah. Just subtle enough. Like, now you can either stay up in your room all night by yourself, or you can come down and have dinner. It's like little things like that. Like, make you wonder, like, are they like making fun of a genre here? Are they like?
Yeah, and it was also the 90s, so it's also of its time in that way as well. A lot of stuff that would be made fun of now was very common. All right, so you guys tell us what you think. Obviously, we are watching this show because during pilot month, this was the most liked video that we did for the first episode of the pilot season, and it was also, out of every video we've ever done on this channel, this video is in second place in terms of subscribers we gained from the video. The only one ahead of this was the first Star Trek reaction, which has been up for over a year at this point. So I know a lot of you guys are here and have been waiting for this. So let us know what you guys think of it. And at the same time, take it with a grain of salt. We're 2 guys who have never seen this show watching it for the first time. So again, don't expect to be coming to every reaction expecting us to be like losing our minds over it, unless it's really good, and then we will. Go watch some of our reactions of Firefly or Star Trek or anything else when it's really good. We do love it and show that love. But let us know what you guys think. And if it is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, become part of the target audience.
That'll do it for us here at the target audience. I'm Alex, this is Josh. We are the target audience. We're content made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us guys and hopefully for you guys as well. Thank you. We'll see you next time.